welcome back to Rockman Infinity. Or minus Infinity, sorry. Now we asked before, what are rings good for? And as it turns out, they work real well under the sea.
Technically they do.
Ah yeah, now we got like one of the rockinest songs in this game.
It's great. It also shows off the 8-way scrolling that was developed specifically for this area.
Oh yeah.
Which is something the NES had real problems with.
Oh yeah. And as they also managed to get the garbage data out of the sides.
There's only so much you can do.
No, that's a good point. Oh well, you can still kind of see it. It's that whole, like, buffer.
It's only when they're changing, like, actual graphics. If they don't have to, it's not there.
That's a whole discussion. I think there's actually a video on YouTube that explains the whole, loading bar thing on the NES, but I digress.
Oh look, it's pink Mets.
Yeah, you get a lot of multicolored Mets in this game.
Well, they come in such pretty colors.
So here's our first gimmick for this level is we have to deal with 3 separate kinds of enemies that all come from different sides and each do different things. They're not really that dangerous though, because they only ever really spawn like at most 2 at a time.
Aren't these all from different games too?
I know Wave Joe's at least from Mega Man 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those jumping fish, I think they're from 6.
Yeah, I think the fish are from 6, and the dolphins are also from 5.
Yeah. Now here we have the giant whale from Mega Man 8. It spawns enemies to attack you. Doesn't really do all that much.
Didn't he also... I think he also appeared in Mega Man and Face.
Yeah, it did actually. Oh well, Rush Marine tried. That's all we could ask out of it. But it's also a good way to show off the in-engine cutscenes. Really, he did a lot of work with this.
Yeah, this is just like a...
And that guy won't be doing any more work.
I can't even think of anything comparable, but just this sheer amount of modifications to this game. It just makes you wonder, like, God, this guy could be, like, curing cancer or sending us to space, but no, it's Rockman 4 ROM hacks.
Look, he made a deal with God. This is what he wanted. This is what he got. Interestingly, he actually did port this game from the MCC3 chip that it was on to the MMC5 chip. He actually had to make it take advantage of another expansion chip in the NES for it to work. Which also means this game can actually be played on hardware.
If it was burned to a cartridge that had the MMC5. Oh shit, it's Anchor!
Anchor is just like he was from the games, except now he's in a really big room, so he's not actually tough anymore.
The thing about the MMC5 is that nowadays you can get an... what was it? Field programmable gate array to just act exactly like it. So you don't even have to hunt one down from old stock, or salvage one from whatever.
Now, importantly, you want to defeat Anchor on the right side of the screen, because that puts you closer to the door, and his item drops where he dies. So if you kill him on the left side of the screen, you're going to have a much more difficult time doing this part. Because otherwise, it'll run out before you get here, and you won't get to Meridia.
Somebody worked real hard on this.
Very hard.
It's great. Oh, I was gonna point out, all the, like, quote-unquote original music in this is sourced from other places, but it's, like, reworked. Oh!
Oh, I couldn't pull a Turbo Man. I'm actually sad now.
Oh no.
So now we have Wave Man, who apparently decided to drop in for Mega Man 5. He works like he did in that game. Really, the only issue you have to deal with is him spawning a water tower underneath you.
Yeah, and that's pretty much exactly the same.
I don't get why he's there.
So the water tower is a little bit random, but he does spice it up with his own different version of in pinch mode, where he just starts shooting salt water in the air.
Did you just call it pinch mode?
Yeah, that'll do a number on your chassis there.
But he was just a hologram, so nothing to worry about.
It was a hologram the whole time bit.
That was a great twist.
100% item completion, Meridia.
Hey, remember when Dr. Wily was an alien?
Good times.
That was forever ago. Now we're dealing with Russian submarines. So, Diveman works in that he attacks 4 separate areas in his boss room, and he has an 8-way directional laser. He'll also try and charge you sometimes. But however, his big deal, that he hits you with his laser, he'll shove you backwards and try and toss you into either the pit or the fire down there. However, he's a little easy to deal with once you figure out that he can only really move in 4 different areas. Also, when he's in pinch mode, he becomes invincible during his spinning dash. But once you figure out that he only moves to 4 different places and has only so many angles to attack, he's probably the easiest Robot Master.
But he's a submarine. Fucking submarine.
He's a Russian submarine. That's why he moves so fast.
You know that there's Russian submarines that have a swimming pool inside of them?
They call that a leak.